The rock band Chicago has been going strong since it formed in 1967 in Chicago. They've recorded 38 albums, sold over 100 million records, and are one of the longest running and best-selling music groups of all time.
And they'll be performing live at the Old National Events Plaza at 8 o'clock Friday night. So joining us to talk about the show is Chicago founding member Lee Loughnane. So Lee, thanks so much for taking time to chit-chat with us.
How you doing this morning? Thanks for having me on the show.
Oh, we're doing great, thanks.
We're excited to talk with you. You all are so talented, you especially as well. You're a trumpeter, flugelhorn player, vocalist, songwriter. How do you keep that up for over 50 years? And which one do you feel is maybe your best skill or talent?
Trumpet playing. That's definitely the best, and that's the one that I practice every day without fail.
Well, that's an important skill. I mean, trumpet is an essential instrument, especially to their group. So, yeah, that's awesome.
If you don't practice one day, you notice. If you don't practice a couple or 3 days, everyone else does too.
So when you're going to be here in town, not too far away, you all, I mean, with 50 years, you have a lot of material, a lot of stories to tell. That's quite a bit to squeeze in a 2 or 3 hour show. Yeah. So what can the fans in Evansville expect when you're here?
We are going to start out with the song called Introduction, which is the first song off of the first album, Chicago Transit Authority. And that song by itself encompasses everything that we did then and still do to this day. And then from there on, we're going to cover a cross-section of our entire career up till me talking to you. And everybody's going to have some fun, and we're looking forward to it. It's only a couple days from now. I think the 16th or something, right?
Yes, that's correct. We're excited. We're looking forward to it as well. Now, your dad, I believe, got you interested in playing an instrument. How important do you think it is to have kids involved in music and arts as part of their education?
Well, they first started out wanting me to play an instrument, I guess, to sort of, develop me as more as a human being and doing different types of things. And then once they realized they wanted to do it for a living, they tried to, my dad especially tried to talk me out of doing it. And by that time, I loved it enough where I said, well, now it's too late. Now this is what I want to do. And, those young kids keep talking back and decide to do what they're going to do, and there's no stopping.
Now, Gretchen has mentioned your dad getting into music there, but from what I recall, I think it was one of the many people that said, hey, don't actually pursue a career in music. So what would you say to people out there who are kind of in that situation like you were some time ago?
Well, if it's the thing that is actually your passion, where when you find yourself doing it, you realize that you've been doing it so many hours that no wonder I'm hungry. I've been doing this for 8 hours now. Do that for a living. And no matter what it is, if that's your passion, people are going to try to talk you out of doing it, saying that there's, a million other things that you can do with your life. Yeah, but I happen to love this one. So you got to stay strong and keep going.
You guys are a great testament to that. And you all have accomplished so much. You're in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Do you feel that there's anything left to accomplish, any unsettled business with the band?
I'm just enjoying being able to do it every day. I mean, this is something that most people are retired from, aren't in the business anymore, and I'm lucky enough to be able to keep doing it every day. So I'm loving life. No reason to stop now.
That's right.
Absolutely not. So last questions here for you now. And we're going to relate these to Chicago itself. What's the best place to eat in Chicago?
The best place? I don't know if there's any single best place. There's a lot of great food in Chicago.
Yeah.
But the Rosebud, I think there's a few of them around Italian restaurant. There's a couple of them around the city, 3 or 4 of them, I think, right now. But the Rosebud is really good.
All right, cool. I'll check the menu out.
Absolutely. Now, sports. Are you a Cubs fan or a White Sox fan?
I was raised a White Sox fan. We actually lived on the north side in Elmwood Park, but my dad was from the south side originally, and he used to go to Sox games. So when we went to ball games, he took us down to Comiskey Park. crazy, I know, but it's got to be one way or the other, right?
Last question we have for you here. When you guys come to town and play at the Old National Events Plaza, we know the fans around here, they're going to blow the roof off. So how about you change the name from Chicago to Evansville?
There you go. That's right. That sounds like a good plan. With a stylized E, right?
Hey.
There you go. Yeah, stylized E's for everyone. That's our motto around here.
It sure is.
Do you have a favorite song?
Do I have a what song?
Favorite song?
I actually don't, because there are so many songs that we've been fortunate enough to have become hits that I don't get tired of playing them, because they don't get any easier from day to day or year after year. And you got to keep your chops up just to stay up.
All right, Lee.
I like them all.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, sir, for joining us this morning. And again, you're going to be at the Old National Events Plaza, 8 o'clock Friday night. Tickets start at $38.75 and go up from there. Pleasure meeting you this morning, sir.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you. Take it easy.
You too.